It is Thursday, everyone. I'm Andrew Dow. Time for our Happening in the Hamptons podcast, our weekly breakdown of the Hamptons market, new listings, and events on the East End. We are sponsored by New York Title Abstract, the Hamptons' leading title insurance firm. Visit newyorktitle.com. We got the group back today. Steve Glick, Dave Rotiner, myself, and today, Mr. Vincent Horcasitas, the hardest working broker in the Hamptons.
Woohoo!
And first of all, Vince, always good to have you on our little podcast show. We were discussing what we wanted to talk about, and we always say, hey, you're busy. You've been working hard, right? You know, we get that. You are always busy. But for a little perspective, your goal, you said, is to hit 100 transactions every year. Where are you? We're in July, right?
Yep.
You know, we're close. I mean, it's unbelievable. We're at 84 transactions. I mean, the team...
That's crazy.
The team has been just kicking ass. I'm super excited. We're, moving along, and, to be 6 months into the year and already at 84 transactions, I'm pretty excited. I think I'm going to hit 100 this year.
Now, that's rentals and sales? Okay.
Rentals and sales.
Okay.
Yeah, your goal is set, and it definitely seems like you're going to surpass that. Tell us about where's been a bulk of these transactions. I know it's sales and rentals, but you were talking earlier about the rental market.
I think the rental market's just like we did 70. I think we did. Is it 70? No, not quite 70, because probably 60 transactions already in rentals.
So
that sounds easy.
Probably like 20, 25. Oh yeah, those are piece
sounds
of cake.
Super easy. Yeah.
Piece of cake. When
I could do that.
Complaining about the pool temperature. Want to put that in a rider to the lease.
That's like 2 or 3 a week that you guys are putting these rental deals together, and you're talking about the amount of sheer volume like these rentals consume, and you're saying how much was that? $10 million?
Yeah, 10 million GCI. I mean, on the
rentals
that's a record
alone.
for us. I mean, I've been doing this for 26 years. We never surpassed 10 million.
What do you think that is? Why this year? Why are so many people coming out here to rent?
I think it's a combination. I think a lot of people don't want to travel.
Yep.
You have still high interest rates. I think people are just, for whatever reason, wanting to rent. I'm not really sure. The sales, you're going to go over the numbers shortly on the sales, and they've been off. And I think the first 6 months of this year will again show that, we're not having a great year. If you look at the numbers just in the first quarter, right? We were off 40% in transactions, and we were off 20% in dollar volume. And I think the second quarter is going to follow, but I think we're going to have a big year. It really feels like the high-end market is really starting to roar.
Yeah, you were talking about that. You've seen a lot of listings in the high end going into contract and recently, right?
Yeah. Three properties in Sagaponack, all over $20 million, are in contract before they're built.
That's wild.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. And it's sort of, the script is flipped, right? Like the super high end would kind of just sit there for a long time, and then the lower end were the things that carried the market. It's sort of
the low end isn't low end anymore, right? What's the medium home price?
Right,
the medium home price. It's no more $1 million houses, right?
That was the thing when I started 10 years ago. It was like, and Andrew would give a breakdown of what the market was, and there was still a number of houses to be found for like under $1 million in various parts, east of the canal. That's just
good luck now.
Yeah.
It was always
going
hard.
by.
It was always hard. It was always sad.
When you see what's going on with the Springs, I started my career. My first 6 months of when I first started, I sold 8 houses under $300,000 in the Springs. That was 25 years ago. Look at that now. It's like 3-4 million, 2.5. I mean, it's crazy what's going on. I mean, the numbers are staggering.
I only knew that years
right.
ago. I would have been fine. But Vince, this summer's started off with a bang. I know we had a party at one of your listings with Spotlight Magazine at 27 Fresh Pond. That was a great way to kick off the summer. Tell us about that.
Yeah, amazing event. Lots of people there. It was, the house really, showed amazing. We had a lot of great pictures of it, and it's on 3.6 acres. 9,000 square feet, 8 bedrooms, 8 baths. I mean, it just, we push a button, the doors open up. It was just like a great spot to highlight an amazing property.
Yep.
It's still on the market. We're getting lots of showings on it, and
it looks great. I mean, we packed it out. We had a lot of fancy people there. It was your typical Hamptons party, but it just really turned the house and brought it to life. You're seeing all the activity that's going on. It lit up at night. It's just beautiful, modern. So I'm surprised it's still active. But look, it's July. I'm sure you're going to get some new activity and a lot of new showings over there at 27 Fresh Pond. Talk to us about a couple listings that recently went into contract. 35 Sunset. People missed
that was
on
great.
this one, right?
We jumped right on that. We started having 3 open houses every weekend. The team was really strong on it, and we ended up selling it through a person that came through the open house.
Yeah, and that brings up
Open
a great
houses work.
story. I know we were talking to some of your teammates. You know, they had the open house on a Father's Day weekend, on Sunday, on Father's Day. And a lot of agents, take the time off, or they don't really push open houses. They don't believe in open houses. But you guys and your team, you guys love open houses, right? That's the thing you guys do every single weekend.
We do 10, 12 open houses every week. We recently sold 28 Lighthouse also. That's in contract, and we kept pumping out the open houses on that, and so we're happy. New construction in Sag Harbor, a couple. I have one more listing there that's brand new. That's a very good deal. It's about 7 houses from a Bay Beach, 66 Hillside Drive East.
Yep.
Have open houses there this weekend again. You haven't seen it. The price is at 4.7 now. A lot of house.
That's a good one. Yeah.
Peter Cook design.
You represent a lot of properties, and you're always keeping them open. Certainly on the weekends, if you're not inconveniencing any homeowners, open the house, give access to the people and to the agents. Vince, you have also some new construction homes that are just being built and coming on the market soon, right?
Paramount is nearing construction on 136 Trelawney, which is Bridgehampton South at an end of a cul-de-sac sitting next to a reserve. So you have no one will build 2.4 acres with tennis. We're probably 30 days out on that now. They're putting in the large trees. Yep. I mean, it's looking very stately. I saw it the other day. I took a picture of it. I shot it around to a few people. I showed it yesterday. Really, really, really special house. And
you're getting showings on these houses that are under construction. Sometimes, people like to wait to see it built, or you're not getting the showings. But lately, it's been they're ready to see it at any stage of construction, which is great.
We had a third showing on 84 Wainscott Hollow the other day, and they were just starting to put the windows in there, and that's really going to take shape. You could never get that kind of square footage on a property in Wainscott again. They changed the codes. It backs up to a reserve. The town bought the reserve in front of it, bought all the land in front of it. So another Peter Cook design on that. Really, really special property. And
that's built by Paramount Development Group. And when is... So that one's, like you said, the windows are in.
We're looking later. That's behind Trelawney. Trelawney is the first one that'll be done, and then Wainscott Hollow will follow in probably the next 3 months. That'll be done.
I love the location on that house. Yeah. That's a great...
It's amazing to see the transformation as you drive by and see these houses week over week, how these houses get built. And a house at this volume, a $20 million home, is a lot different watching it get built than a house for like $1 million. So it's really cool to see how it grows every single week, and I can't wait to see the finished product on these.
Done a lot of videos with Vince standing at a foundation, and then a couple months later, there we are at a completed house putting together the final product. It's crazy.
And someone could really come in now and watch it transform into their personal house, and there's even options to customize it if need be, at this stage of the game. So I'm not surprised you're getting calls on these properties.
Especially when you're working with
We're putting in
professional
furniture in these houses now when they're done with new construction, which is really making the difference.
Yes,
148 Middle Line, we just staged that house. It looks, it was a big 11-foot ceilings and large spaces, and now that the furniture's in on the property, really changes the whole thing on it.
I love that property. We had the Social Life magazine party there for Memorial Day weekend, and place was packed, typical Hamptons party, and now there's furniture in it. Yeah. I can't wait to see it again.
Yep.
I like it.
What do you think, Dave? You like that house, right?
Your favorite, Dave, is your favorite is Connor on 73 Jericho, right?
I think that is just such a beautiful house. I mean, in terms of the location, and Connor is such a good builder, and
that's the best house. That's the best house Greg Connor's built. I mean, it really is. It's out of all the houses I've been associated with him. If you go check that out, I have a showing there, a second showing today there at 1:00. Special property.
Yeah.
My property, I love. 54 Cobb, right?
Oh.
You have this property.
That's cool
on
too.
the water. It's beautiful in Watermill. Mm-hmm. You got to
private street.
Got to check out 54 Cobb.
It's like its own
It's the best
community over
waterfront
there.
property for sure. I mean, when you look around for waterfront and you look at the prices, I mean, I'm shocked that property's still available.
It'll go.
That's a great one.
Not for long.
Let's talk big picture. Steve, what do you got as far as the numbers?
18 listings in contract this past week, which is lower than we typically see. However, it was, coming into July and people are traveling to the Hamptons and celebrating the holiday. Nonetheless, this time last year, there were 33, a decrease of 45%. 2 years ago, there were 29 listings, a decrease of 38%. To break down the 18 transactions, 1 over 20, 1 between 10 and 15, 1 between 5 and 10, 7 between 3 and 5, 1 between 2 and 3, 4 between 1 and 2, 3 under $1 million. Dollar volume was $88 million. Last year was $185 million. Decrease of 52%. 2 years ago, the dollar volume was $136 million, decrease of 35%. But there were 32 new listings that came onto the market, increasing our inventory by 14 listings. Out of those 32 new listings, 4 were between 5 and 10 million, 14 between 3 and 5. So a lot of inventory there in the $3 to $5 million category. 4 between 2 and 3, 7 between 1 and 2. And Andrew, there were 3 listings under $1 million.
They're still there.
They still exist, right? The inventory is at 1,735 total listings, 1,383 active, so just under 1,400, and 352 in contract. So steady week. A lot of new listings coming on, listings going into contract. This is a very healthy market.
There you go. What do you got going on this weekend?
Lots of things, I'm looking at the Stephen Talkhouse, like the staff here, the younger staff. Man, do they love the Talkhouse? They're there every
I think
weekend.
Dave Matthews was there last night.
No, it was a band, like what is it called? Where they pretend
Tribute band.
A tribute
tribute.
band. Yeah. It was but a really good one, like a really good tribute band.
Got me fooled.
Yeah,
Sounded just like him.
yeah. So, but the Stephen Talkhouse, I'm looking at the calendar for the Stephen Talkhouse. It's unbelievable. July 10th, you have the Candy Shop Band. You have Rap Boys on July 11th. Tickets start at $56. And also on July 11th, you have Pink Lightning. But what's really cool is Stephen Talkhouse for the locals on Sundays for $10. You can go do reggae night with Winston Irie at 10 p.m. So if you want to ride out the night, Sunday night, that's a great evening at the Stephen Talkhouse. If you're looking for something a little bit lighter, you have Best of the Second City, which is Saturday, July 11th at Guildhall from 8 p.m. to 9:45 p.m. And if you go all the way out to West Hampton Beach, way out there, Darren Criss is going to be performing. He's a Broadway actor. He's been in a couple of hit shows like Glee. He's Emmy Award-winning guy. He's performing July 11th at 8 p.m. at the West Hampton Beach Performing Arts Center. And then I want to give a shout out this week. The restaurant of the week this week is Lulu's, man. Lulu's, unbelievable restaurant in Sag Harbor. Potentially my favorite. It's in the top 5.
You're going there this weekend, right?
It's in the top 5. So we're going to give a shout out to Lulu's. That's a great restaurant in Sag Harbor.
Who's at Surf Lodge? Who's at Surf Lodge this weekend? Snoop Dogg was last weekend. How do you
Surf Lodge, if you want. Are you planning on going?
No.
So why do you want to know?
Just fantasizing about going.
Really? It's the dream, right? We should go once.
Yeah.
Maybe we could do like a podcast
You
at
like
the Surf Lodge.
right?
Get a table. Come on.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, easy.
Table, bottle service. Let's go.
Bottles.
Maybe
All
we
right,
do a podcast. It's like a once in a lifetime thing. Well, the bands there are. I'm sure you're a big fan of Cassian.
No.
You love Cassian, right?
I don't know Cassian.
What about? Well, he's playing. What about? So Cassian's playing
You're a
on the
big fan?
11th.
Nope.
What about Brunello? You like Brunello, right?
No.
He's amazing.
All right.
You don't like Brunello? Brunello, look at this guy. He's a great guy. He's great. Kid.
Anybody from the early 2000s scene? Is anybody are we on
Friday,
farewell
you can
tours
see
yet?
Brunello at 4 p.m. Tickets are $113. Deck tickets are $339, or if you'd like a beach table, $3,000.
3,000.
Oh.
There you go.
Bam, go.
That's all
right.
go. We'll all throw in 1,000.
Vince
We'll
got
stay
it.
there for an hour. We'll say, "What the hell did we just do?" And then we'll leave.
That doesn't include drinks.
Yeah,
right?
that's all right.
Wow.
Remember in the olden days, we were in our 20s.
I remember
you
a
would drink
$10
before
cover
you
go-
got there.
Has
to
anybody
save
been
money.
to Bagatelle in Montauk yet?
I haven't. I've heard such good things about it. I get to Montauk twice a summer.
We don't get out much on this side of the table.
I know. I get to Montauk twice. It's terrible. It's terrible.
I see it on Instagram, so it looks awesome. That's how I live my life in the Hamptons.
My life was Disney last week, so that's where I was.
Back at hell.
The opposite of cool.
Yeah.
We should pick a day. I now that we're in our 40s.
We go on
I like
Montauk.
the day parties.
Yeah.
Day drinking?
my thing.
You can't go on the weekends.
I like the day parties.
I'm
the
a day
evening,
party.
the evening parties, I'm ready for bed.
For sleeping. Yeah.
I'm ready for bed.
Oh, that kind of day, not like
Yeah.
weekday. You're talking.
No, you're saying day.
No,
day.
yeah. Like,
Drink during the day, you sleep
during the
you
daytime.
sleep at night. You know,
Yeah, can I be in bed by 9?
Yeah,
That's all I need.
exactly.
the early bird special.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a senior citizens
The happy
discount
hour.
for over 40?
So, but it's all good. That's what's going on in the Hamptons.
I love it.
And then what else are we doing?
Well, we
Are
asked
you still
Vince.
doing the Pilates, Vince? You still working out? Are you still doing that stuff?
No, I haven't done a lot of Pilates. I have a machine.
That-
I've been on the down low. I've been getting over. I just finished my last dose of amoxicillin, so I'm through the woods.
Okay, got it,
He's
got
a
it.
tennis
Well,
player,
ask
man.
Vince
You know?
what's his favorite restaurant. Ask.
What's your favorite restaurant? in
I think I know the
Hamptons?
answer.
Bilbo K.
There it is.
I knew
I knew it. I knew that answer. What's your order? What do you get? What's your go-to order at Bilbo K?
I like the chicken.
The Cajun chicken, right?
Yeah, Cajun
Yeah, we
chicken.
should go there
Can't go
for
wrong
lunch
with it.
today.
Sydney said that last week. It's 2 in a row.
All right, Bilbo K. You're always satisfied with the best. There you go. He has very simple taste.
I like it. Let's end on that. All right, everybody, thanks for listening. Vince, thanks for joining us. Good luck with the rest of the year. It sounds like you guys got it going on, so it's great. Until next week, I'm Andrew Dowd. That's what's happening in the Hamptons.